Hello guys, this is Ratu498 and this is a 2v2 clan battle between Huntsman and Hunter. I am Peter N and you Stinky Poo is Terminator. Play against Hunter Desert Warrior and Hunter Trask. So this is going to be my build. Pretty standard build. Got the 3 bows, a couple of matchlocks, some spears, swords, a few bow cav and a mounted gunner. So it's just a pretty standard build I've got here. Also got the Waco Raiders far out on the right hand side. This is Tommy's build. Line of spears with a couple of matchlocks behind. He's got a cav out on the flank. Some lone swords. And no bow units, I believe, in this match for Tommy. So pretty standard builds that we normally take. We do tend to play around sometimes with different kind of builds, but in a game like this, you're both obviously going to be very good players. In the forest just beneath us, we've got Termi's Waco Raiders are in there. Both the Hunter guys brought their armies together, so between them they've got a huge amount of forces basically, but they're quite experienced forces as well, so they're going to be pretty hard to defeat. You can see quite a few sword units in there. But I believe they were using units like Nodachi and things like that as opposed to lone swords. I mean, I'm completely against the lone sword spam, but I normally take a maximum of about 5 in a game. In this game I think I've got 4, not entirely sure, maybe 3. So basically I've got my bows in front. I know they're going to be wasting arrows because of the forest. Well, my bow cav and my mounted gunners out on the right hand side. Tommy's now going to engage with, I believe these are katana? I believe they're katana. Yeah, they're katana. So he's got a katana opponent's unit there fighting his Waco Raiders. The Waco Raiders should do a pretty good job, but they're going to be kind of hit by morale as the fact that there's a lot more enemy units around than there are of his own. So they end up running away with, I think about 80 odd men they ran away at. So Tommy's taking some hits now from the bow units, as you can see his spear line's getting hit, but it's a waste of arrows more than anything else. These guys are really cheap. So basically they are just there as a meat shield. As you can see, it's just going to be a little skirmish going on just for a little while. My bows are firing off. Tommy's matchlocks have moved forward and he's going to be shooting them off now. I'm going to send in some reinforcements for the Waco Raiders. I believe that's a katana unit that I'm sending down. So they're going to go in and help out. My main concern is the fact here that obviously they are one big army. So if we don't get our flanking right, then we're going to be in a lot of trouble. I lose both my bow cav, I believe, really stupidly. I let them get charged by some Yari, which is something you really don't want to do. The bow cav are awful in melee. They're dreadful at it, so you want to keep trying to hit and run kind of tactics with your old bow cav as best as you can. So Tommy's got a unit of monk cav coming in, and they're just basically going to do as much damage as they possibly can to the matchlocks and to a few of his sword units, from just to try and kind of even up the odds with the old firing. As he's got warrior monk matchlocks, so they're difficult to beat. As you can see down here now, my engagement has started. He sent a cav unit through. I put my spears forward just to kind of deal with that and get my bows out of there, my matchlocks out as quickly as I possibly could. He comes charging across the forested area. I managed to get a spear unit down there to hold his attack, as realistically I really want to use my range advantage for as long as possible. I had a couple of light cav, which were with my main body of force, so I chucked them in to yet again hold them up just a little bit more. Every kind of bow arrow that I get at them really makes a huge amount of difference to my fighting force, because they're not the strongest in the world. So the more damage I could do, the better. Tommy here has started his skirmish off with his matchlocks moving forward. He's got his spears going in now on the right hand side. As I'm engaged on the right, I believe he wants to attack the right as well, because then if we can split these guys, it'll do us a much better job. As you can see there though, I've held up about 6 units with, I've got my Waco Raiders that came in from behind, and these guys are really good. They're surprisingly good actually. In another one of my games, they literally just went for about 3 or 4 units and they still had about 80 men left. So these guys do some real damage. I don't believe I've spent anything on them. I might have increased their melee stats a little bit, but apart from that, nothing. So still just as cheap, and they're really, really good units. So as we're going down, we've got more cav going in here against his matchlock unit. Had to try and get rid of these guys. These guys were causing me a lot of problems. I also spent a speed unit down as well. They really were causing me a lot of problems though. But basically, our opponents had one real flaw. That was the fact that they didn't have enough units. I mean, in this game, everyone experienced up their vets and spends loads of money on them. And you tend to find that people with really small armies against an experienced player with a bigger army does tend to get destroyed pretty quickly. Just basically because of the fact that the more units you have, you can do hammer and anvils and things like that, and it kind of takes away the experience of the players, and it takes away the experience of the units and things like that. So I'm not really a big fan of really small armies. I like to have a lot of units basically, so I can manoeuvre around the opponent. But this battle was won for me basically by the fact that my opponent didn't get out of that ditch, and he let my range units have shots at him. My bow's very good quality, bow warrior monks. Lots of money spent on them, and Termi's opponent basically lost from his build in a way, and Termi's build was perfect to counter it. He had some bow units and things, and he didn't use them correctly, he didn't keep them safe, so Termi did an excellent job manipulating his opponent's build. But that was a good game to our opponents, good game to the Hunter guys, good game to Termi. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Please rate, comment and subscribe. Also check out the channels list. Danny U is now on there, so go check him out too. He's doing a Let's Play thing at the moment with the campaign, so go check that out. And there's a Napoleon Total War video, 1v1 versus a guy from the S666 clan coming up tonight as well, so please go check that out. So thank you very much guys, I'll see you later on, bye bye.